Hi, guys. Today we will speak with very important and maybe difficult subject for somebody. It's about miscarriage, or people who lost a child when they was pregnant. Hi, my name is Taya, and I invite you to have a little bit chat about one very, very important subject. I think a lot of people have so many happy moments in their life. I think, like Mark Twain said, you have two happy moments in your life. First day when you was born, and second when you understand why. So I think it's much more. We have happiest moment in our life. For example, when you was born, I think you don't remember that, but maybe when you go to the school, when you graduate your school, maybe when you go to the college, maybe you was married, or when you buy your first house, or maybe pay your mortgage. And I think one of the moment that you was married and understand that you will have a child, that you are pregnant or your partner is pregnant. I think it's like most important big deal for everybody. Sometimes you really wait this super powerful child, so smart for beautiful child. Sometimes you're not planning, but life is happen and you have this moment and happiness, excitement moment also. And I think when you understand that you are pregnant, or when your partner tell that they're pregnant, it's a shocking moment for everybody. Family members, for your partners, for you, especially if you're planning, you so excited, you waiting every day and checking out. um, but life sometimes happen. We have sometimes surprises and not very good surprises. And I think when you go to first checkup for a hospital and see in ultrasounds check that yes, you are pregnant, not only by the test. This emotional, it's just incredible. This emotional, unbelievable. Especially when you have a husband or your partner that go with you, and you can see on this like screen monitoring, moving act. This is really incredible. So with regular checkups, sometimes you can find out some surprise that it's not very nice surprise. Sometimes you have different feelings, and it's not just your hormones coming up crazy. It's not about just the life changing. It's not about your schedule, your different goals. Because if you even preparing and do your best, you still need to have a lot of change, because it's like your life never be again the same thing, like financially, emotionally preparing, like physically, your body, your taste, everything. It's just like everything popping up, everything is completely out of control. And especially some women have different craziness taste for food, and they have combination that it's never you have even idea that you can combine. um, so but life happen, and I think people who will watch this video, I want to say that I'm um, so sorry for your loss if it's happened with you, because it's really a big moment. And maybe some people will cry when they see the video because it's remind them trauma, it's remind them moment, it's remind them this experience that it's not very pleasant, and for somebody carries this trauma and experience very long. I know of women that um, don't want to speak about because it's not allowed on society, it's not allowed in culture, sometimes it's not allowed speak about your feelings or express yourself or take your emotional out. Sometimes people just do not find correct people around them because yes, they have a grief, and family like, okay, how much you can have this grief, you need to continue live, you need to move in. But they did not understand that this moment in their life, in woman life, really affect, really traumatize, and really go deeply to, even if you work with psychologists, even if you work with support, if you go to the group and you ask help, you're strong enough to ask help, because a lot of women so afraid, so freaking out, so traumatized, not feel like they have somebody that hearing them. It's much more even pressure to collapse yourself and don't even talk about and pretend that like nothing happened. And it's, I don't have this experience, and sometimes people even don't know, some maybe a partner don't know that maybe they just start relationship, and you're so freaking out that you not tell your partner, or maybe you was married but you have this experience before. I know of some women that have some situation in their life they're not even speaking for like 20, 25, 30, like, or 54 years, and it's just like, wow, how much you need to be strong, one way, to hold this pain all this time frame, and second one, how much affect you that you hold it all these burns in your shoulders for all these years. It's incredible, and I'm so impressed how women can go and not speaking, and it's very sad, it's really sad. So I want to speak today this not pleasant, difficult subject, but I want that people who listen this video maybe will have some type of memory coming up. And I'm apologize, but I want that you understand that here I'm for you, and I want support you. I want encourage you to speak and have consultation, maybe with me or other psychologists or people that you trust, people that you feel comfortable. Maybe it's a church, maybe it's a woman consultation program, maybe it's woman support a program for the grief and loss for miscarriage. I want that if you feel so heavy burns in your shoulders and you won't have support, you always can make a comment, go below, book consultation, and I always will respond to you because it's why I want to help you guys. You're not alone. You don't need to hold this, you don't need to hide this. It's very painful journey that women go, and I'm surprised because it's one of the family members is die, and a lot of people not understand. They think like, oh, if your parents die, your partner die, they was adult, exist, and they understand this lost. But if child that was not born, they don't take like too serious, I think, and it's what make a lot of women frustrated or misunderstanding, and or not understanding at all to have a support, because it's not only damage their physical body, their hormones, weights, emotional, traumatized, sleeping skills, um, suck at the vitamins from the body and everything. It's like destroy your body physically, psychological, emotional, everywhere. And you need to recover, woman. You need to think about how to ask help. You need to not just hide this problem, you need to speak about this. And it's why I'm here to have a community right here, guys, to support you. You're not alone. You can have help, you can have support, you can have understanding. And today I want to also maybe share a little bit information, because a lot of times I hear from female that they so lucky they have a partner, they have a boyfriend or maybe a husband. And I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so incredibly happy, because it's very huge moment, especially when you have a full family together, when you especially planning this wonderful child, this super soul energy. And if you have a partner that supports you with everywhere, if he go with you for ultrasounds, for check with a doctor, for check your vitamins for nutrition doctor, for if you go to the gym and exercise, he go and take care of you and kind of be sure that you protected. Not from somebody. It's just like, when you sometimes have too much hormones, sometimes you can start to forget what's going on in your life. Sometimes you just won't have a little bit food out. Life is happen, and it's just roller coaster with your emotional. Right now you can cry, after second you can laughing, and after next second you can eat just like steak with some type of sugar powder and pickle. It's a crazy moment in your life, and most happy moment in your life. So support from your partner, support from your husband, support from your family, friends, co-worker, neighbors, understand what you go through. It's huge success. And I'm wish for every woman have the best support, the best um, understanding, that it's really possible to have. Psychological trauma from miscarriage, very deep, and infect women a lot, and can affect sometime unconsciously. Even maybe it's happened when you was too young. Maybe it's happened on your, I don't know, 18, 20s, when you was teenager. Doesn't matter, before all your relationship or very a strong relationship. Maybe some type of surprise was when you was in maybe college. Who knows, life happened. Maybe it's happened when you like on your 30 or 40. It's any age can happen. And I want that you wonderful woman who listen this, you understand that it's not your fault. It's not that you did something wrong, that you need to criticize yourself. You need to try to find and dig in reason. Sometimes God have different plan. Sometimes life have different plan. Uh, child, the soul have different plan, and sometimes it's not just working out. And I know maybe you think that it's crazy, but uh, this situation you have in your life for some reason, to learn something, to maybe have next time take care of yourself better, have less stress, have your body preparing better. Maybe it's just not correct moment in your life, because you have emotional not preparing, or physically not enough. You have vitamins or support for nutrition. Sometimes it's just by hormones, and your body cannot take care of it. Sometimes it just your partner um, cannot provide correct, healthy sperm, and you have 100 million reason. And every woman that go through this, I'm sure they're much more stronger. Yes, they have emotional damage. Yeah, they have a physical damage. They need to recovery. And very strong woman can go and say, hey, I need not just physically recover, have my weight back. If you want to go and speak for support, um, you can have locally, you can have online, but I will ask you to give the favor. And grief, it's very important. You cannot hide it your emotion, because if you will hide it your emotion, lady, one day this will pop up. And when this pop up, it will be no good. Believe me, it will be not really good. Not for you, not for your future kids, not for the kids maybe you already have it, not for your partner, and not people who are around. Because, for example, if this happened with you and you hide it and nobody knows, and let's say it's happened when you was teenager, or it's happened when you was on your early 20s or something, and you was so shame and pressure from society that you so freaking out and you're so afraid to speak about this, or you was so embarrassed because you think that it's your fault and nobody else, and you don't want to talk and you hide it so badly that you pretend that it's never happened in your life. Huge mistake. Because let's imagine that one day you find your dream partner, lovely husband, you dating, you married, you start planning kids, and in your mind it's so back in your memory that you pretend it not happen, your practice in your life. And when you start to be pregnant with all this emotion, with all this situation will pop up. And if happen that if you first time pregnant and you will have situation that you will have a miscarriage, guys, this will break your heart. This is not a joke. It's really very hard moment to understanding. And a lot of women so destroyed emotionally. They not just crying and come home, and they have a lot of times depression because they have a grief for the child. They already in their mind preparing, they have a room, they have the clothing, they already start thinking about how this child start walking and speaking and say first words, go to school, go to college and married, and they're like, it's like women already planning and see this child like when they already years and years and years on the front. And and after happen miscarriage. What you can do, like a family member, it's be very close and try to understand and support and do your best how you can. Because this woman can do really unbelievable sometimes. Um, Uncontrollable things. Maybe in later life she will regret, but it's so much for the woman to handle that she just don't know how to handle. I hear a lot of story that can go and pretend it not happen and start to move the emotional and hide the emotional and say, okay, I recover, yes, okay, it just life happen. And they start and be workaholic, and they push all this emotion, all this angriness, all this grief, all this negativity to the work. Some women start to be depressed. Some women can have alcohol a lot. Some women, um, they're so traumatized that they have a fear that next time when they will be pregnant happen again, and they so afraid to have again next pregnancy. And it's taking years and years and years before they recover, and after maybe they want it, and it's take 5-10 years with no support with psychologist or psychotherapist, or coach or support group or church, forever what working ladies for you. It's your choice, but you need to handle, because if you're not working on this, it's not go away myself. It just like, it's not magic pill that like you wake up in the morning and like, no, it's not happen and everything is great, life is continue, yes, but it's really will hit you if you're not working on this problem. And you need to, I think, give your time, but you need to give also deadline, because you cannot be always in this emotional for forever, because it will just hurt you too much, that the question how long it will take you to recover. So if you want to cry, you can cry. If you want to yell, and you can yell, and you can walk on the park and yell, and you can go in the forest and yell. And if you're so shy, you don't need take with you anybody. You just go alone, just walk in, be in your mind, be with your thoughts, listen to music, yelling, crying. If you feel like you want something physically, you can go to the gym and boxing and punching, like physical, emotional. You need to get out. Sometimes people won't have if they voice and throat and just emotional go, so they yelling. Some women just more like so much angriness for the life, because you ask all this question like, why it's me, why it happened to me, what I did wrong, what happened, it's my fault. um, why it's happened with me because I was bad, or what I did wrong because maybe I was not listen the doctor and I did not have enough sleep, or maybe I don't take enough vitamins or nutrition and prepare my body, and right now I feel regret. Or maybe I did eat too much junk food, or maybe when this happened and I start to be pregnant was have, I don't know, some type of party bar, and you have too much alcohol when you was teenage or something. It's like, guys, you will have ton of question, and you definitely, mostly the time, mostly the women that I hear the story, that they will have regret, and they just punish themselves, really punish them emotionally, physically, forever, because they think that it's their fault that it's happened. Because for the woman, if she lost a child, it doesn't matter. It's only 1 month pregnancy, 2 months pregnancy, 3 months pregnancy. That mostly the time miscarriage happen in first 3 months. Sometimes it happen in other months, but mostly it's happened on the first 3 months. It's why a lot of people try did not speak that they pregnant and try to pass 3 months term, because too much excitement and everybody knowing. And if this happen, it's huge, huge punch um, on the face. Yeah, because sometimes you just want to hide it and you want just to cry. You don't want to speak with anybody, you don't want to see anybody, you just want have your own moment. But people don't understand, and they not everybody has this practice. And sometimes people try the best for you and try to handle how they understand too, and they just come not correct time, not correct moment, and they show up in your house. So they give you a lot of calls and just support, and they call you every day to check on you, like how you doing, how you doing. And for you maybe it's even more piss you off because it's like a trigger. It just push your button, remind you, remind you, remind you. And you won't just hide it in the closet crying and be in the bed or forever, or have alcohol and just forgot about, and it's it, don't have any emotion because you cannot handle this. For you, like a woman who was pregnant and lost a child, for you it's the same that like child was 5, 10, 20 years old. It's you still have already your mother instinct, already have this feeling like, hey, I am mom. And it doesn't matter, you already have a kid and your second pregnancy, fourth pregnancy, or maybe it's your first pregnancy. It's like completely emotionally like roller coaster, because you have no idea. When if it's your first pregnancy, you like, hey, I'm new mom, and you have no idea how to handle, and all these hormones, all these foods, all this emotion, all this stuff. And if this happened with you, you done, you completely emotionally done. Sometimes physically you can recover much faster because yeah, you still have hormones that you need to care of. Yes, you need to double check this with doctors, but it's a huge effect, huge. So for the family member, for the partner that have the situation that your wife or your girlfriend um, have some type of issue and maybe start bleeding or feel not well, and you need to go to hospital and double check. If you already have a first warning that something's going on, you need to be more careful, extra careful. And if this really happen, don't take personally from the woman who maybe don't want to speak to you, ignoring you, um, yelling you, and have all this emotional out, because she need have a time, and sometimes she even herself don't understand what's going on. So the best my recommendation for the family member, for the friends, for the people who have co-worker acquaintance who was in this position, you need to give a break to this lady and give her time how much you need. And I think sometimes you just can come and say, hey, I'm sorry for your loss. And if you need anything, just let me know that you're not alone. You always be support. I love you. We can go through this together, and just give human hug, and it's it. And if this woman busted up and start crying, let her cry. And if this woman feel she comfortable enough, she can come and ask help. Because I know some women need 14 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years to understand that they're ready to speak about this. It's not one day healing process. And I'm very impressed And I'm very encouraging ladies that if you have the situation in your life, it's not it's not good. It's not easy. Um, but I think you will find correct time, correct people around you that really next to you and want to help. They want to help carry this pain, this grief, this support, share with you. And if people around you who ready to give their best to go through this not easy process in your life, please give them chance. Don't push them away. I know it's very easy to say, it's not very easy to do, but I think it's important to understand when you finish your moment, when you finish your grief, when you finish to recovery how much you can in your own, please, please, I really ask you to go for support group. A lot of places, especially big city, even online right now, you can have support group with women that have same practice, same feelings, same situation, criticism, misunderstanding, not support, grief, afraid that it's happened again, um, punishing themselves. I'm sure you will find a lot of women in the same situation who will understand you. And if you can openly speak, because if you hold it your emotion, it will give you only not emotional um, burnout. It's give you also physical health issue, because we all know that all our illness from stress, nervousness, trauma, and psychosomatic, it's where we need to look. And I highly recommend for every woman who have situation like that, go to professional psychologist and speak about this, because I'm sure you would like have a kid one day, and I'm sure that this situation in your life was for some type of reason, and I'm sure you will have one day wonderful child, wonderful smile of a child that will running in your house, chasing the dog, go and graduate school and college, and you will be so proud of your child, and you will next time cry from the happiness, from the moment that you will be so proud of parents to see how your child is growing. And I'm sure that you will have very happy future with your partner, with your child, with most happiness that you even imagine, and not only one child. How much you're planning? Two, three, I don't know, five. How much you want? How much you plan? I'm sure you will have it. Um, don't look on the past, because if you're so focused in the past, you cannot be present and you cannot have a future. you can have a past, everybody have, but life is going, life is continue. Life is very wonderful moment, and so many happy emotion that you can collect in your life. And I'm sure you will have the best collection in your life. So take care of your physical body, learn this lesson, prepare it next time, understand, do your homework, what you did in your opinion. Of course, you need to go and double check healthcare with doctor, gynecologist, psychologist, emotional support, church, woman group, and take care of your physical body and appreciate and say, I love you so much. And I'm so grateful that you go through and you're still here. And I'm so proud of you how you handle. I'm so grateful how you're still healthy. And I will do my best to take care of you. You can take vitamins, you can take nutrition, you can double check and change maybe your diet. Maybe you can change your routine. Maybe if you have too much maybe addiction or something, you will work on that and also ask help. If for example you have a lot of problem with alcohol or some others addiction, you can go for different group and ask help with addiction. That also you can click here, subscribe, make a comments, and also go and click a link below, timeonhattan.com, have consultation because also working on addiction. And it's one part of this recovery process, because addiction can be not only for alcohol or drugs, or um, can be for video game, it can be for shopaholic, it can be for food, for sugar, craving for sugar, or for different like fast food diet. It's, you can have a lot of addiction, cigarettes and etc. So it's not only about alcohol or addiction. Everybody, I think, in this earth have something, and I think it's wrong to think that like, oh, if you don't drink alcohol, you do not have addiction. Some people have addiction for the coffee, for the sugar, for a croissant and pasta. Everybody have something, so you need to do your homework. And maybe you have some type of food allergy that you never know, so you can go and have a double check and have again blood test, saliva test, DNA test. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not give you official consultation for the nutrition, but it's just by personal practice. And what I did go through is, I think, a lot of times it's what you need to do. Again, take responsibility for your life, take responsibility for your health, speak with your doctor 100%. Don't just go and look video in social media and like, hey, it's what I think I needed, but maybe you don't. Maybe you need to have something different. And of course, go for meditation, go for walk. If you don't want to go to the gym, if you're not exercise, running, or I'm not sure like what type of exercise you wanted, or cardio, you can go and maybe just start walking on the park and have a meditation music in your ears, and it's kind of give you relax and have your mind cleared up. um, you can start to journaling all the emotional and let this out. If you're afraid to speak with somebody, if you feel like you will not be understood by somebody, or maybe you're not ready to speak with somebody yet, um, you still have a lot of emotional, you still go over a lot of things. So please go and write your journaling. If you're afraid that somebody will read it, just have piece of paper, write this emotion, and just go and burn it in a fire. If you feel like something be helpful for you, just do it. Find your hobby. I know it's weird. I know a lot of people recommend, but find a hobby that will not just distract you, but something that you will feel your happiness, feel your peace. Because sometimes when we, in this moment, we are forgot how to be happy because we have so much stress in our life. Just go, 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 go. And we forgot that make us happy. So find a hobby. It can be art, it can be music, play piano, guitar, camping, bowling. I'm not sure of golfing, read a book, painting art, do Sudoku. I'm not sure, like forever, what make you happy. Just do it. And remember, lady, you're not alone. You always have support. You just need to ask. And always God give you what you need. Always. And you always will have people around you that ready to jump and do their best to support, to help, to understand, to listen. And I know it's kind of weird, but you're always loved. Just remember, you need to love yourself. You're loved by God. You're loved by your parents. You're loved by a lot of people. Maybe they not even tell you, but you're always around love. And I wish, guys, the you never have the situation in your life. You never need to go through this situation in your life. But if this happen, I know that you're strong woman. I know that you can do it. I know that you will find a happiness. I know that this is just a small moment in your life. Next step will be much better. Next step will be much happier. Next moment will be bigger and better. So click, 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 and again, click, click, click. Subscribe, make a comment. What is your experience? What do you go through? How you deal with this? Share your story. Let's discuss. Let's help you. If you know somebody that have the situation and they're so shy, we have a privacy. Go and click below timeonhaddon.com. We can have consultation. We can help you. You're not alone. Bye, guys. Speak to you soon. Take care of yourself, and you loved.